Today, I am going to reread through the story, My Family. My Family is our story of the week, or our anchor text. I want to remind you that My Family is informational text, and informational text gives facts about a topic. That means that we are going to look for photos and information about real events and people. Today, as I read to you, we are going to think through the text. That means, as I read, I will stop along the way and ask questions and talk about it. This will better help us with our target skill of the week, compare and contrast, because as we talk and discuss, we will have a better understanding of what I am reading to you, and then we will be able to fill out that information and compare and contrast from what we know from the informational text, My Family. It's always important to reread informational text or even fiction text because it gives us a better understanding and helps us understand what we're reading. So, My Family. I am Camilla. I live in Miami with my mother, Damaris, my father, Roberto, and my brother, Rene. My mother came from Cuba. My father came from Puerto Rico. So the first thing I'm going to ask, who is giving the information in this selection? And how do we know? How can we figure that out? Camilla is giving the information. And how do we know? Because the writer uses the word I. I am Camilla. I live in Miami with my mother. So we know that Camilla is giving the information. I am Camilla. I live in Miami. My mother and I go to school together. That's because she teaches Spanish in my school. When we are at home, I like to help her cook dinner. Why does Camilla introduce her family right away? That's because this story and the following selections are going to be all about her family. Sometimes, when my grandma Marta comes to visit, I dress up and put on a show for her. Today, she is teaching me a song. It goes like this. There once was a sailor at sea who liked to play the guitar. When he remembered his faraway land, he picked his guitar and started to sing. On the high sea, on the high sea, on the high sea. Rene is my little brother. Our friends and family come to the house for his birthday. We play games, eat, and sing happy birthday to him. Here is my family. Grandmother Marta and grandfather Rigoberto had 4 children. Almost all of them came to Renee's birthday party. Let's take a look at this family diagram. How does it help you to understand the selection? Well, one way it can help you is that it shows all of Camilla's relatives. Those are the people that she's related to. And it shows how they are related. It's labeled right here, they are married, and then these people had children. We can look at the chart to see how they are related to Camilla. From the chart, we move on to the photograph. This is a nonfiction text feature. A photograph helps us realize this is real and true. Grandma came with Aunt Maria Irene and Victoria. Uncle Andre came with Victor and Mar Isabel. Aunt Martika, Uncle Miguel, Gabriela, and Letitia came too. Soon the house was full. The family diagram on page 48 can also help us better understand who we're looking at. It can help us to know more about family members because the photos show specific people named in that chart. Now we know what they look like. We played many games. Aunt Maria Irene showed us how to play hopscotch. Little Letitia put on a crown to dance. Grandpa Rigoberto danced with cousin Mar Isabel. On Sundays, we go to church with Grandma. Then we all go to Aunt Martika and Uncle Miguel's house. After lunch, we play music and sing. Uncle Miguel plays the double bass. Uncle Andre plays the violin. Aunt Darlene plays the piano. Victor plays the clarinet, and Mar Isabel plays the flute. What instruments does the text name? The text listed the double bass, the violin, the piano, which is one of our vocabulary words, the clarinet, and the flute. How do you think Camilla's family feels about music? this is a good place to use photographs for our evidence. I think they like music. The text says that they play music together, and many of her relatives play instruments. They look like they're having fun in the photographs. We spend the rest of the day in the backyard. The grown-ups play dominoes while Uncle Andre tells funny stories. Gabriella and I sit on the porch and paint pictures. Let's take a look at this photograph. How can we, as the readers, tell from the text and from the photos that Camila's family members love each other and are having a good time? Well, they seem very happy in all the photos, and they spend lots of time together. What I like best is when Poppy takes us fishing. Most of the time, my hook gets stuck on a rock. I can't wait to catch my first fish. The text right here on page 57 just gives a little information. The photo gives a great deal more information. What additional information can you get from this photograph? We might be able to tell that Camila and her family live near an ocean or a river or a big lake. Maybe we can tell that Camila is having a great time fishing with her dad. And we can also tell that it is probably nice outside by what they're wearing. This was our second reading of My Family. Tomorrow, we will go through the Venn diagram.